Right friends, welcome back to Banking Awareness. Now we are releasing 4 modules, that is a recap on banking awareness in view of IBPS PO examination on 31st October 2015, and these 4 modules are basically recent developments in banking sector, or you can say banking awareness current affairs. For the past 2-3 months, whatever the incidents occurred, those we have already deliberated under current affairs, and this is basically recap on the items what we have discussed previously, and these are questions on banking awareness pertaining to recent developments. These 4 modules are in view of the IBPS PO mains exam on 31st of October, right. This is module number 1. In each module we discuss around 25-26 questions, and please do not forget these are repetition. In other words, these we have already discussed when we are discussing current affairs regularly, and these modules are just a recapitulation of what we have learned previously, right. LCR looks at the time horizon of 30 days, whereas NSFR looks at the time horizon of 1 year. As per the Basel norms, 3 things are very important: capital adequacy ratio, second is liquidity coverage ratio, otherwise known as LCR, third one is net stable funding ratio, and these 3 are important from the perspective of Basel norms, and LCR looks at the requirement of funds for 30 days, whereas NSFR looks at the requirement of funds for 1 year. Panda bonds are denominated in yuan, or you can say renminbi, and similarly please do not forget rupee denominated bonds are called masala bonds, yen denominated bonds are called samurai bonds, right. Chairman of the 7th Pay Commission, I would like to remind you, government employees' salaries are revised once in 10 years. Now this is the 7th Pay Commission, they are yet to give report, and the Chairman of 7th Pay Commission is Justice Ashok Kumar Mathur, and the recommendations are going to be implemented from 1st January 2016. Look at the next one. Which of the following will be the partner and co-investor in IAF? IAF is India Aspiration Fund maintained by SIDBI, and it is having corpus of rupees 2000 crores, and that is basically to give venture capital funding for the startups, for the new firms. To give venture capital funding, this India Aspiration Fund is devised by the government, and here partner and the co-investor is LIC of India, please do not forget. Which of the following has got rupees 20,000 crore corpus? That is the refinance agency Mudra Bank. Mudra Bank has got corpus of rupees 20,000 crores, and Smile has got corpus of rupees 10,000 crores. IIF, India Aspiration Fund, has got 2,000 crores. Please do not forget. And 2 points I would like to tell you regard to the Mudra Bank. One point is it is the subsidiary of SIDBI. Second is it is registered as NBFC for the time being with the Reserve Bank of India, right. NEFT credit card, debit card transactions, mobile banking transactions are all categorized as retail electronic payments. Please do not forget, these are all classified as retail electronic payments. Union Cabinet approved 100% FDI in white label ATMs. White label ATMs are the ATMs banks has got no role to play, and they have got separate or discrete identity. IndiCash or India One, these are the examples of white label ATMs, and here under automatic route government recently allowed 100% FDI, that is through automatic route. Please do not forget. The Finance Minister launched India Aspiration Fund. I have already told you, India Aspiration Fund is rupees 2,000 crores, and Smile is rupees 10,000 crores. Smile is SIDBI Make in India loan for enterprises. UAE India Infrastructure Investment Fund is worth $75 billion. Please do not forget, when our Prime Minister visited United Arab Emirates, it was decided that UAE and India will establish Infrastructure Investment Fund worth $75 billion. The compliance window of declaring undisclosed assets abroad. Government of India has brought the Black Money Act, and before implementing the Black Money Act, government gave the compliance window, and that ended on September 30, 2015, and under this compliance window 4,147 crore rupees of black money was declared voluntarily, and when the undisclosed assets are declared voluntarily, then tax is 30%, penalty is 30%, and this ended on September 30. Now once this Black Money Act comes into force, what will happen? When undisclosed assets are identified under the Black Money Act, then they have to pay 30% tax and 90% penalty, and it involves imprisonment up to 10 years also. These things please don't forget. Government says that there is consensus with RBI. Now RBI manages public debt management, and RBI also monitors monetary policy. In the monetary policy, Reserve Bank governor has got veto power. So basically these two are the prerogatives of Reserve Bank of India, and these are as per Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, and if any changes are required in these PDMA as well as MPC, that is Monetary Policy Committee, it requires amendments to Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Rana Kapoor reappointed as MD and CEO of S Bank for a period of 3 years, please don't forget. The bank which launched country's first mortgage guarantee backed home loans is ICICI Bank. This bank launched home loans with the mortgage guarantee, and the mortgage guarantee is given by India Mortgage Guarantee Corporation. IMGC, India Mortgage Guarantee Corporation. Now I am not explaining all the things because these have already been explained when I was discussing current affairs. Now this is basically recapitulation, that's why I am going little fast. Then India Mortgage Guarantee Corporation, if you ask, this is the consortium between Genworth, ADB, IFC and NHB, please don't forget. Look into the next one, Bandhan Bank, Chandrasekhar Ghosh, he is the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank, and it commenced operations on 23rd August with 501 branches spread across 22 states, please don't forget. NPCI mobile banking platform is based on USSD. NPCI's mobile banking platform is based on USSD. USSD stands for Unstructured Supplementary Service Data. Indian gold coin, as proposed in the budget, Government of India has announced 3 schemes. One is the gold monetization scheme, second one is gold bond scheme, third one is Indian gold coin. And Indian gold coin, as proposed in the budget, was launched on 2nd October, and it has the emblem of Ashoka Chakra. With the name of Smart Vault, Smart Vault is automated digital locker, and it was launched by ICICI Bank. In this, the facility is customers can access this digital vault or smart vault even after the banking hours also. That is the beauty of this. Name the country which ranked the highest according to the Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Index 2015 given by World Economic Forum, and here the country which topped the list is Spain, and India ranks 52nd, and this ranking is given by World Economic Forum, which is based in Switzerland. The maximum limit for loans under Mudra scheme, the maximum limit for loans is rupees 10 lakh, and Shishu is 50,000 rupees, above 50,000 and up to rupees 5 lakhs is Kishore, beyond rupees 5 lakhs and up to rupees 10 lakhs is Tarun, please don't forget. Name the bank which started the Saral Rural Housing Loan for weaker sections. This Saral Rural Housing Loan for weaker sections in the range of 5 to 15 lakh, the loan range is 5 to 15 lakh, was launched by ICICI Bank, please don't forget. Name the bank which claimed that it launched the first mobile app in India to open a bank account, that is the Federal Bank. To create national agriculture market, that means to integrate 585 mandis across the country, this Agri-Tech Infrastructure Fund was created. ATIF or Agri-Tech Infrastructure Fund was created with a budgetary allocation of rupees 200 crores, and the main purpose of this Agri-Tech Infrastructure Fund is to create national agriculture market, that means NAM, that means to interconnect 585 mandis across the country, right? IPEF is Investor Protection and Education Fund, that is basically to create awareness among the investors in capital market. This is created by Securities and Exchange Board of India, and at the same time, please don't forget, Depositor Education and Awareness Fund was created by Reserve Bank of India, right? The capital infusion in public sector banks, the government stated capital infusion to maintain capital adequacy ratio will be done by the central government. This year 25,000 crores, next year 25,000 crores, which will be followed by 10,000 crores and 10,000 crores. That means including this year, over a period of 4 years, total capital infusion will be 70,000 crores of rupees as stated by the government. Reserve Bank of India is planning to issue 10 rupee coins to commemorate International Day of Yoga, right? I have given all the details here with regard to it. As per the Global Networked Readiness Index, basically we are talking about digital India, and in view of this, as per the World Economic Forum's Global Networked Readiness Index 2015, India ranks at 89th position. It means that lot of improvement is required before launching Digital India program. Right friends, with this, let us conclude module number 1. This is a recap on banking awareness. Please do join for module number 2. Have a nice day. Thank you.